Hey guys, another MoYu unboxing today, but this one is actually really exciting. We have here the WeiLong GTS version 2 magnetic. So I'm obviously looking forward to this one, so I'll just go ahead and get into the Cubing Classroom Pyraminx first. So I had no idea that they were actually making a Pyraminx, so this is definitely news to me. But here it is. Yeah, very nice shades. It feels pretty light too, but I guess that's what you kind of expect from a budget cube. Right off the bat, this one is actually very reminiscent of the Shengshao Pyraminx. It's just a bit faster, and it flows a little bit better because the flooring cut holes are a little bit bigger too. But it is pretty cool that they have the primary internals in there, but I'm honestly not too sure how big of a difference that makes. But I mean, for a budget Pyraminx, it's pretty okay. Oh gosh, these tips are so bumpy. Yeah, these tips are not that great at all, honestly. They're very bumpy, and it's just really sluggish and slow. Corner cutting is pretty okay. It's kind of tight too, so out of the box, I mean, for a budget Pyraminx, it isn't bad. But I definitely think that with all the options we have today, like the MoYu Magnetic Pyraminx or the X-Men Bell, then there's really no need to go out and buy this unless you're an absolute beginner. But I mean, I guess out of the box, definitely not a bad cube to start out with. Alright, so let's finally get into the WeiLong GTS2M. And so definitely a really cool box. You got that classy gold and black thing going on. So it looks like we have a few cards here, the QR codes, and then also the Team MoYu card. Yeah, I'm honestly not too sure who that is, but I mean, it's pretty cool. So we'll just go ahead and get into the cube. Alright, so here it is. Now I'm not too sure what magnets they used in here, but it really doesn't feel significantly heavier. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and get into the turning. Yeah, feels just as good as the regular GTS, just stock GTS2. But there's definitely some added stability to it, obviously, because of the magnets. But I can tell the magnets they used in here aren't that strong. It doesn't really have that same heavy pull like the Volk 3 with N35s. This one is definitely a little bit of a lighter click, but it's still really effective in helping the stability and just kind of making it more controllable. But wow, I am really impressed with the magnetic version. I know in my unboxing of just the regular stock GTS2 that I felt it needed a little bit more controllability, and it was just a little bit too fast for me. And even though the magnets in here aren't really that strong or significantly clicky, it definitely gives it that little bit of extra controllability factor that I think this cube needs. Corner cutting is really amazing. I mean, it's going past 45 out of the box. Reverse could be a little bit better. I'm using a little bit more force than I normally would. But I'll definitely have to tension this thing. It's kind of tight, as you can see. And we'll just go ahead and get into one of these pieces here. I'm curious about the placement of the magnets. Alright, and so it looks like they used 4x1mm magnets in here, and just based off the turning, I'm assuming they're N50s. But yeah, I think nowadays magnetic cubes are just that thing where you can make them yourselves, but if you don't want to spend that extra time doing it, then you can spend like a $10 extra or so getting the magnetic version of the GTS2. So if you like the GTS2 but you thought it was just a little bit too fast for your liking, then the magnetic version is definitely the way to go. And I personally think too that this could be a contender as my main. And so overall, you really can't go wrong for a magnetic cube in the $20 price range, and so I definitely do recommend this cube. Alright, so it's been a few weeks since I've had these puzzles, and I've gotten the chance to go ahead and set them up. And so starting off with the Cubing Classroom Pyraminx, I just don't think that this is that great of a puzzle. Even considering that it's a budget cube and it's not meant to be used professionally in competitions, There are other options for good budget Pyraminxes out there, and I just don't think that the cubing classroom necessarily falls into this category. But the GTS2M, on the other hand, is an absolutely amazing cube. It won't be my main for reasons that I'll go into in the review, but I can assure you guys that it is a spectacular performing 3x3, and so if you're looking to expand your horizons a little bit, or if you want to give a magnetic cube a try, then definitely go for the GTS2M. So I hope you guys did enjoy this unboxing video. I know I've been saying this a lot, but be sure to look out for some reviews soon. I know I've been totally backed up on this and that, but I really appreciate you guys sticking with me, and so I'll see you guys in the next video.